Balik lagi nih guys, kita melanjutkan push divisi lost track ya guys ya. Push divisi lost track kita lanjutkan lagi. Udah lama kita kayaknya nggak live eFootball nih. Nah kita live sekarang, kita lanjutin ke lost trackan kita. Mudah-mudahan lost track kita berlanjut nih. Jangan sampai putus lost tracknya ya. Ini buat yang baru bergabung nih, jangan lupa subscribe, jangan lupa like, komen. Bantu dukung guys. Kita seru-seruan aja nih. Main seru-seruan. Oke, siapa ya enaknya ya? Benjamin. Halo guys, selamat datang guys. Selamat datang dalam misi meneruskan lost track nih. Tonton sampai habis ya, biar paham caranya lost track.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Ademola Lookman is a player familiar to followers of English football, Peter, and he's had a very interesting and varied career already, despite his relatively young age. I think he's really found his groove, playing as a number 10 or as a wide forward sometimes, where his explosive, direct and all that dynamic running really comes to the fore.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Turan. And he's intervened well there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, look at the space here. And the shot! So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Pogba. Now it's Pele. Manchester United so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And he cuts out the supply. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stop.
Chance! Goal! Nice!
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let... Mbappe!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Hazard. It's a pretty loose pass. And the pass is intercepted. Played out towards the right wing. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, good fly! And a neat finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And yes, it's him again. Nice are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Yeah. It's Luis Suarez! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Hazard. And this is Pele. And he's got away. Yaya Toure! He'll want to be quick to recover this. This time, surely! Oh, good finish! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
But pour l'équipe de Manchester United. Après 30 minutes
Just
de jeu.
1 in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Halo guys, welcome back guys, welcome back. Melanjutkan
This certainly looks
lost track nih
appetizing.
guys.
Well within shooting range.
Dalam misi melanjutkan lost track.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Yang belum like, belum subscribe, tolong di like, tolong di subscribe guys.
Kunde. Rafael Varane.
Halo.
Get on the end of this.
Ayo yang belum like, belum subscribe, tolong like, subscribe. Silakan menonton dalam misi melanjutkan lost track.
And he's managed to gift it back. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Pele.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rafael Varane. And the counter is on. Luis Suarez. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well timed, excellent interception. Out of play for a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Looking for options for movement. Solar showing good feet. That's a good run down the left. He's picked his way through. He's rising! And no mistake. Manchester United are back on level terms. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hazard stood his ground strongly. Pings it across, he leaps for it! And again! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Solar. And that is the end of the first half. Manchester United are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. So we reach the halfway point.
I'm still trying to figure out how this is still level, Peter. I mean, 1 minute you're looking at one side battering the other, and somehow they find their way back into it. Something tells me there's going to be just as many twists in the second half too.
So really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Azar. No, that was never going to make it. And he was quick to react.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Yaya Toure. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Zanetti can see things others simply cannot. And this is Zola. Nice needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined.
He's having a shot! Yaya Toure.
Halo, welcome back, welcome back.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Ini dalam misi melanjutkan lost track nih, guys.
Stood up well to him there. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the through
Ele.
ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Lookman. Now it's Mbappe. Looks a good ball through. Neymar. Always. And a chance! Goal!
Kampret, guys.
And they're back in front.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Picked out, real chance!
Aman.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Ini cek sama Pandesar bagus mana sih, guys? Cek sama Pandesar.
Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. Now this could be a chance. That'll be a corner.
Changement en cours.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He is through here. Tries to pass it through. Iniesta.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pogba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Neymar looking to receive it in space. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Oh, they can break here.
Hello, welcome back, welcome back.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He might be in charge.
Nice.
And a truly agonising miss.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Hampir, guys.
And it's Chouameni. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got away. Lofted in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Nice surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And he's managed to get free. Terrific! Off the bar! And again! It's a loose ball. Yaya Toure. And he welcomes it in. And that is expertly dealt with. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Iniesta. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Iniesta. Now it's Nedved. That's been cut out, well played.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
That'll be a throw.
Let's go.
And that's definitely not his best. And the number on the board is 3. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
1 menit lagi.
So their 4th quarter of the game.
Ini berhasil nih, guys. Misi lost track kita berhasil nih. Yang mau main bareng, ayo. Main bareng. Tapi aku nggak jago sih, guys.
Manchester United can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow.
Yang mau main bareng, ayo. Tuh, dalam misi melanjutkan lost track. Kita butuh salah sih, guys. Salah. Ayo. Yang mau mabar boleh, guys. Kita latihan bareng. Kalau mau mabar, ayo. Cuman di notes dulu, kalau aku tuh nggak jago, guys. Cuman apa ya, seru-seruan aja lah main eFootball, nggak yang ngejar divisi gede-gede, enggak. Yang penting main happy cukup.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Japan.
And Few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one.
Ini kalian dari kota mana aja nih, guys?
Famous Old Trafford. So we're very much underway. And Salah! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Dikit lagi,
He looks
Cok.
pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Xavi Alonso.
Sabar, jangan sabar.
And it's De Bruyne. A lovely pass, but
Sabar.
can he get there?
Main sabar aja, guys, kalau diserang, guys.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Luis Suarez. Looking to play him in.
Salah. Adam, kakinya panjang banget si Adam.
Xavi Alonso.
Paran.
And here's Del Piero.
Ini mau
And he's
nge-blitz
managed to
nih,
get
guys. Ini
free.
nge-blitz nih dia.
Del Piero! And
Blitz
now
ya.
the breakaway. Oh, that
Alah.
pass isn't the best. Xavi Alonso. That's Rijkaard. Adams.
Sabar
Where it
dulu,
came from.
sabar.
It's a really
Besar-besar.
well-measured ball. And
Yeah.
that interception was most necessary.
Kita
That's great
digempur.
position.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh,
Okay.
cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Salah, guys.
Seedorf gives
Alah.
no quarter whatsoever. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed
Yes.
the initiative, I would say.
Ah,
Both
si
must
Cok.
have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Yes.
And that's the keeper's
Ini cek Pandesal bagus mana sih, guys? Coba yang punya
lovely ball
kedua.
and a real chance now.
Kasih tahu dong.
Drives it in. Oh, good climb. He's got away with one
Cek
there.
Pandesal.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Adam ini gede banget, Adam ya, si Adam.
Zanetti. So we're still where we started right now. And here's De Bruyne. And it's Otto. Chance to deliver. Czech claims it. Safe hands.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Alah.
Bellingham.
Seperti guys, kemarin guys.
Otto is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Manchester United always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be
Buat
on
kalian
guard
yang
with people trying to
nonton ya,
get in behind.
makasih banget ya udah
Zanetti
nonton.
kept aware, and it is reclaimed
Ini
easily.
tonton ini udah seneng banget,
Tele.
guys.
Oh, they could break here. Done delicately.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's run loose here. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Now that looks a big chance!
Oh,
And he couldn't finish.
Suarez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first.
Ran.
And
Ace.
into the grateful arms of
Halo,
the
halo.
keeper. And
Baru
now a
gabung.
sudden chance to counter. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that.
Halo,
Think
baru
over the top.
gabung.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better
Yes!
than anyone.
Ngelek
Just a
gitu,
talking
guys.
to, I think. Yes, it is.
Ngelek gitu.
Apa ya?
Padahal ini pakai yang 150 loh, 150 Mbps. Masih ngelag.
And it's Yaya Toure. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game.
Sidrock,
Xabi Alonso can get
Zola,
it clear. It's
Suarez.
Alah, offset cowok.
Suarez males nih Suarez.
Raul.
Ini kalian lebih seneng
That's been
apa
intercepted.
namanya?
That was well played, well stopped.
eFootball atau FIFA? Sini masih main FIFA. Ada gamenya, tapi gak ngerti cara mainnya kayak apa.
That has earned a reprieve for the time
Ajax
being.
pendek. Ayo,
And it's Rijkaard.
nice. Suarez sendiri.
Manchester United have
Suarez
the
sendiri.
chance to go the other way.
Suarez sendiri.
He's got away. Now can chance.
Nice.
Captain delivers.
Yeah, the captain has gone further up in everyone's estimation after an opener as wonderful as that. The manager will be reviewing his half-time message now.
Well, how's that for
Butuh
a
ketenangan
class
guys,
finish?
butuh ketenangan.
Well, he's a defender's
Dia
nightmare.
tampil
He tried
merah
to
ya,
send
bar
them one
merah.
way, and he just
Kita
slips
masih
the
stay
other.
aja di bar biru karena terlalu bahaya.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind
Di
for the
belakang.
half-time team talks. One has
Lagi
got to
lagi
tone
ke
it up
depan.
now, and the other has to tone it down.
Suarez ya. Zola, alah.
They've got it again.
Suarez lagi. Zola.
He waited
Ya
for-
Zola.
And he's definitely onside. Zola!
Ah.
That marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different.
Please make sure
Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Manchester
Halo,
United
baru datang,
the
halo.
game's only breakthrough. It's
substitution in
1-0.
progress.
The second period is underway. Manchester United leading courtesy of the game's only
Wow.
goal. And he welcomes it in. Somewhat off
Kesalahan
target.
yang fatal ya guys ya.
Adams.
Sidrock. Nice.
Now it's Pele. That is ended up in no man's
Alah,
land.
lupa.
Great vision. Now it's De Bruyne. A quick look,
Nice.
thought about cutting inside. Nesta tries to clear. Bellingham, that's destined for the flank. So
Awas.
bullish header.
Nice.
He's got a goal. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Apaan itu?
Well, they were starting to look more and more
Good.
threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible. Real chance.
Nice.
There.
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a
Nah,
strength
comeback
and
nih,
courage
guys.
through every one of his teammates from here.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Japan with the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he's there to belt it away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Toure cuts out the pass.
The attendance for this
Just
match
about up
was
to the hour now.
71,649.
Odo. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Bellingham. And the shot's on here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And this is Luis Suarez. And this is Pele. It's Pele! And a neat finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think of it.
Shot a goal! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And he lines up a cross.
Nih kalian yang masih nonton berdua, makasih banget ya. Masih orang yang sama kah dari tadi, berdua-dua?
Serginho. It's Bellingham. Xavi Alonso. Played out wide. Otto. Otto puts them all in. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Azar, very much a man of this moment. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rapet banget ya tengahnya, guys.
And it's Del Piero. Del Piero!
Uts.
And how did he not put that away?
Del Piero has delivered a really costly
Makasih ya.
miss. It could have been their
Nonton.
last chance to win it.
Yang baru nonton,
Just eases him off the ball.
jangan lupa di
They
like,
just love the level
subscribe.
of intensity here. Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Azar. Seedorf. And this is Luis Suarez. Azar. Oh, it's Luis Suarez!
Udah pencet batal itu, Cok.
Just needed better contact.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own
Udah
first
pencet
touch?
batal lu padahal. Mau cancel. Heran.
Played over towards the opposite flank.
Dia main menyebar nih, main menyebar
Good
ya.
defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's De Bruyne. Over to the right flank. Raul. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And that is well cleared.
Nesta ya, bersih Nesta. Anjay.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. He came in hard, very hard. Well seen. Saw that
Nesta.
coming.
That was well played.
Tangan
Well
kali.
stopped.
That's an
Zola
energetic
dong.
pass.
Suarez
Can he
yang
latch
tujuh.
onto this?
Buset.
Serginho. De Bruyne can see
Dia pakai
things others
tangan,
simply
kan?
cannot. Aimed beyond the defence. Shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet.
Dia umpannya
nearly
bagus-bagus
shooting
banget ya.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of
Keren,
added
keren, umpannya
time.
bagus-bagus banget ya.
Opts for safety. Rijkaard.
Sabarin,
And it's De
sabarin.
Bruyne.
Ingat. Habis guys.
That has not gone well.
Habis.
So that's it. It is all
Seri
over.
kita, Seri.
So
Melawan
it is
Sukma
something
Jaya
for both,
FC.
but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
Nice.
Luis Suarez voted man of the match and deservedly so.
Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving
Yuk, yang mau main bareng yuk. Yang mau main bareng ayo aja. Kita gacha dulu nih, siapa tahu kita dapet. Set. Siapa tahu dapet ya kan? Mana dia? Mana? 1 billion. Aku udah dapat Berbatov sih, Berbatov. Ronaldinho dan Gerrard nih lumayan. Mudah-mudahan dapat. Bismillah. Lamin Kamara. Lanjut guys. Satu kali lagi nih. Satu kali lagi ya. Soalnya aku mau jemput dulu guys. Satu kali lagi kita. Tadi lupa ganti pemain ya. Keseruan main lupa ganti pemain. Dapat hasil sering papa. Target kita kan ini. Apa namanya? Target kita lost track. No problem. Kalian komen dong guys, komen boleh di komen. Ayo komen, like, subscribe. Lama banget cari musuhnya. Gagal. Yuk. Halo guys yang baru gabung. Yuk yang mau main bareng yuk. Main bareng yuk. Yang baru bergabung semoga sehat selalu ya. Jangan lupa di like, di subscribe yang belum subscribe. Bukan tutorial, bukan pro player, cuman seru-seruan aja main eFootball. Ini lawannya lama ini. Dari tadi loh ini. Pada kemana ini orang? Dari tadi. Nah. Nih ya. Ini aku tutorin kalian guys. Tenang. Nyanyi lagi. Mana lawannya? Aduh. Alhamdulillah. On komo kita guys. Lawan grup Jarum. Pakai baju hitam kali ya. Pakai baju hitam. Nice. Del Piero. Pantesan sama cek bagus mana sih guys kalau di in-game? Okay.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford.
Dulu guys. Wah, entah lah ya.
So things are
Ental
underway.
anjing.
Well, Peter, I reckon Dragan Stojkovic will be important here.
He's not the biggest necessarily, Trim, I suppose, but he is a multi-dimensional player.
Lincah kali dia
They
guys.
have a busy time going
Akan
past
kau.
opponents.
Pele.
He has great ability to play anywhere across the front line and deliver key passes at the right moments. So that
Kalem,
makes him
kalem.
stand out.
Tendencies,
Kalem
of
aja,
course,
kalem,
as his
guys.
coaches have said, to keep things simple and
Set.
be utterly unselfish.
Yeah, it's certainly known for that too. Quite a
Allah.
rare gift in a player so technically accomplished.
Pele, oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And it's Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival.
Tenang guys, tutorin kok guys.
Shapes
Nih,
the
tuh.
shot. Big moment.
Tutor kebolan.
Well,
Bukan
once
begitu.
more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So a
Lanjutkan.
breakthrough already. Adriano is onto it in a flash. Adriano.
Esok.
Zola.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Hey.
Tries to pass it through.
Adriano
Adriano wants to
anjing.
run onto this. Stojkovic. Stojkovic. Oh, good play. Hazard, a player who needs no introduction. Stojkovic. Stojkovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bale did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm not sure the shot was ever
Kalem
on
aja,
there,
kalem.
really. There were just too many bodies in the way,
Udah
Peter.
saatnya guys.
That has been cut short.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's been cut out, well played. Seedorf.
Manchester United really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
Alah.
Hazard, who does have an assist to his name. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Peter.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Ayo Peter Pan.
Can he spark a counter here? Zola. Oh, facing up to his adversary.
Esa.
This is a
Ale.
formidable matchup. He's found a way through. Defending of the desperate
Esa.
variety. Succumbs to the
Alah,
pressure.
sobok cok.
Nicely weighted ball. Always onto this. Owen! And
Ah.
two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really...
Could be danger here.
Makan Jack.
Owen
Gila.
with the delivery. And he was alert to it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Zola. He's picked his way through. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Zola, and he whips it in. And that should get the job done. And it's Azar. It's Azar! Glorious from Azar! A finish right from the top draw. Just one goal in it now. Game on! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
That's superbly well played. Any aspiring strikers out there watching this, that's the sort of movement you need to create space.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Hey!
That's a foul.
Itu
And
nggak
the whistle's
sengaja.
gone.
Nggak sengaja
No
itu.
surprise, that's a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Stojkovic! And we have our very first corner. Oh, good effort! But he's left
Glizen.
disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Owen. Hazard. Threads one in. And this is Hazard. Cross in, looks like a good one.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Solar. Bale looking to hit the byline here.
Ay,
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
tutorial Cornell. Bolain di sini. Segini, parah nyundul. Parah nyundul. Alah, cowok gagal.
Zanetti is there to clear.
Has been indicated.
Owen gets on his bike and on the move. And here's the chance to counter. Quick look at his watch. and the
Tutorial
referee
Cornell
whistles
kayak
for
gitu ya
half-time.
guys ya.
It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither
Alam
side
bener,
really
alam.
seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Ih,
It
apa
is
sih?
quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they
Kita
showed in
gas,
getting
babak
both
kedua
the
kita gas
goals.
yuk.
Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Kita gaskan babak kedua.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Manchester
Nice.
United really need to
Apa
build up
itu
their
sih?
intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Zola
Tutorial
is
masukin nih,
behind this
tutorial
one.
masukin ya.
Well, it's quite
Tutorial
simple. They
masukin,
have the
harus
best
dilihat.
man for the
Tutorial
job.
masukin. Coba kita kesini dulu dianya. Tutorial masukin nih, tutorial masukin. Jangan lupa tutorial masukin. Jangan lupain ini.
Zola!
Masih mentok ya guys ya.
Manchester United have their
Tutorial
second
Cornell
corner now.
lagi. Pertama arahnya kita pojokin ke sini. Nah ini arahnya kira-kira di titik putih itu tuh guys di ujung. Kasih segini, parang mundur. Ah, mana dia yang mundur?
That's just playing it safe. and
Parang
simple.
lah. Nah,
Hazard.
ajak nih, ajak.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel this.
Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Esta,
That looks a cracking ball. Chance for a shot.
Bisa. Lanjut kita gempur lagi, guys.
Azar, who is rarely short on confidence.
Buset sih.
No circumventing this opponent. Rodri.
Pelanggaran body begitu.
And it's Rodri. And it's Gerrard. Adriano. And no mistake. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Well, that has changed the... It's a shot! Well taken goal. Right back in the game. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Just one in it now.
What a difference, a half-time...
Chance!
Masa nolek anjing.
Cleared without hesitation.
Ulang nih guys, ngelek pas menendang guys. Ampun dah ini.
It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And he's got away from him. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Nice. Lanjutkan.
Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Alah, salah lagi.
Nice-looking ball.
Zanetti. Nice, Zanetti. Nah.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Ganti dia guys, ganti. Kita ganti juga ya. Pele udah capek, Pele. Salah. Kita masukkan Muhammad Salah, Sidro, Guti, agar lebih merotar. Mau mabar ya guys? Sebelum udahan nih. Boleh mau mabar?
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Coming on the field,
And
number
now they can clear their lines.
number 14.
Manchester United have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
Zola.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Alah.
Bale made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Can he finish? Oh, the
Yes,
ball's
sir.
run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Good ball, good take. Incoming delivery. Bale is there, and he can get that clear.
Mau lari si Hajar.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Crosses it in here. And that has been cleared.
Como clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Azar. Zola does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Defending of the desperate variety. Como have the chance to go the other way. Batistuta closing in on goal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish?
Dia tahu guys mau di blitz.
Terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tahu dia anjay.
Lee Kang in. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Tonali. Rodri. Lee Kang in.
Como really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Looking for a runner.
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh no, this does not look good. And back to the goalkeeper. Time added on 4 minutes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Šeško can be a real threat inside the box. Shifted it to the flank.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hangs in a cross. And we're done. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined,
Nice.
driven. Whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
Tembakan ke gawang sama, tembakan ke target
All of that, Jim,
sama.
what are you thinking?
Bedanya kipernya dia dapetin 4 atau cuma 3 guys.
Been forced into chase mode so early, Peter. The players seem to lose their collective heads, and once you do that, it's a challenge to fully recover.
Nice tuh.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Yuk yang mau main nggak? Mudah-mudahan nih. Oke, kalau nggak ada, makasih banyak yang udah nonton dari tadi. Semoga rezekinya lancar, diberikan kesehatan, amin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks guys.